Greek philosopher Plato. His name was Aristocles bin Ariston or Aegnetes in Athens. The exact date of his birth is not known, but it is possible that he was born in 427 BC. Famous for his broad body size, Plato is a classical Greek mathematician and notary at the Academy of Athens, the first institute of higher learning in the Western world, a tutor of Socrates and a student of Aristotle. Plato laid the first foundations for Western philosophy and science. He was a student of Socrates, and was influenced by his ideas as well as by his unjust execution, and died in 347 BC. One of the most important sayings of the Greek philosopher Plato. Do not be concerned about the speed of work, but rather its quality, because people do not ask you about how much you have finished, but rather they look at its perfection and quality of workmanship. Every person becomes a poet if his heart touches love. The purpose of politeness is for a person to be ashamed of himself first. The good man is the one who endures pain, but does not cause it. The life that we do not look at with an accurate look, we do not deserve to live. You can learn more about a person in an hour of play than you can in an hour of talk. A little knowledge with action on it is more beneficial than a lot of knowledge with little action on it. The price good people pay for their indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil people. He who today refuses to accept advice that costs nothing tomorrow will have to buy regret at the highest price. We are mad if we can think, fanatics if we do not want to think, and slaves if we do not dare to think. If you toil in goodness, then the fatigue vanishes and the goodness remains, and if you take pleasure in sins, then the pleasure vanishes, and the sins remain. If it rained on freedom, you would see some slaves carrying umbrellas. A good person does not need laws to tell him how to act responsibly, but a bad person will always find a way around the laws. In love, letters we send, others we tear, and the most beautiful letters are those we don't write. The mind that transcends to knowledge of eternal truths does not perish where the body falls apart. We do not shame injustice because we are afraid of doing it, but because we are afraid of suffering it. According to the Greek myth, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces, but Zeus, when he was afraid of their strength, separated them into 2 separate parts, and condemned them to spend their lives searching for their other halves. I am the wisest person on earth, because I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. kingdom is like the sea from which rivers derive, so if it is sweet they are tortured, and if it is salty they are salted. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.